song Clarify or Clarify, whatever way you want to say it, for Milagros Mondays. And obviously, it's to help you on this amazing journey of miracles that we're all on. I hope you have a happy Monday and I hope you have an awesome week. Clarifying has been a big theme in my life of late because I've been feeling like I've been transitioning and I really went from being at a job to the space of being an entrepreneur, of growing my own business. And it's been an amazing and difficult ride at times, just embracing what it means to for me to be an entrepreneur. So I've needed a lot of clarification. And there's these three steps that I want to share with you that I always go back to when I need clarification in my life. And the first step is meditation. I find that the more I meditate, the longer, especially I meditate, the more I'm able to clear out a lot of the thoughts in my head. So whenever we're going through a decision making process or transitioning process or just life in general, we can have 101 thoughts going through our head at the same time, and just really clearing out that space to allow for inspiration to come through, creativity to come through, I think is really important. I find that the longer I sit and meditate, the more I'm able to know what to do when I'm in my everyday regular activities. So my meditation time has definitely increased, and not only that, but I try to meditate throughout the day. So I feel myself throughout the day say, okay, now you have to sit down and meditate. For me, I'm still in the point where I love guided meditations. It just allows me to sit there longer, and and if I find a voice, I have a particular person that I love listening to, and their voice is very soothing to me. It's familiar, so it helps me. It really allows me to get into a space where I can sit there, feel very comfortable. And the more I meditate, the more the monkey chattering in my mind just kind of goes away, and I'm able to ease into my activities more. So the first step I would really recommend is to meditate. If you don't have a meditation practice, to start a meditation practice. And just 5 minutes a day in the morning and night, it would make all the difference in the world. The second step is to ask. And this has been a huge step. And it's something that I do obviously with the meditation. And sometimes it's also something that I write out. So my journal has become like my new best friend. I kind of already was a journaler and I would journal here and there. But now it's like I love getting the thoughts out of my head and onto paper. I'm able to, again, it's clearing out more space for me to let something else come through. So once I'm able to write things down, it's like I have a lot of ideas sometimes too. So when I'm able to write the ideas down, I feel like, okay, I no longer have to carry it in my mind. So if I'm inspired for like a blog title and what to write, I try to go and outline it as, not, I shouldn't say as fast as possible, but I try to give it a priority so that I no longer have to carry the blog in my mind. Or also I find that I keep carrying this idea in my mind, and then I get the next idea. So now I have two ideas, and then it becomes very overwhelming to carry all these things in your head. So journaling has definitely been huge, asking in my journaling. And as I've extended my time in meditation, in the asking, I really have realized what I really am asking for. So a lot of times when we ask, unfortunately, we ask with our ego just because we're so used to listening to the ego. So I know that I had been asking for certain things as part of my desires. And then when I realized, the more I meditated today in my meditation for the morning, I realized that the most important thing that I was asking for was I wanted to grow my business in an authentic way. So I had been asking how to grow, how to grow, how to grow. But until this morning, I didn't realize that what I actually, the thing that my soul wanted the most, that I really wanted, was to allow myself to just grow in a way that feels good to me. I guess I realize now that I've gotten very tired of feeling like I had to do things like other people because that's the right business thing to do. What I really want to do is just discover my own truth. I'm just like step more into my authenticity of how I deliver this message, or how I share, how do I grow? And obviously, how do I grow as a person, and how do I grow as an entrepreneur? So just allowing myself that space and the love and the patience that it takes to really let yourself grow. So I think in my meditation, that's why meditation is so important, because it came through in my meditation. I really heard this intuition say, you want to be authentic. That's what you're asking for. You don't realize that you're asking for that because your ego is saying other things, but what you really want, what you're really asking for, is authenticity. And then it became so clear that, yeah, every TV show I've been watching, I watched Oprah interview Joel Osteen this big preacher here in the United States, and I thought I resonated with him. And what resonated with me the most about him wasn't his religious beliefs or anything like that. I didn't really care too much about that. I felt like he was being himself. I was like, oh yeah, this guy's being genuine. Then I saw this documentary, I Am, through the OWN network, and I also felt like, oh, what I like the most about this guy is he seems like he's genuinely being himself. And of course, I totally resonate with Oprah, but again, Oprah is a person that I find is being herself. So it doesn't have to be people on TV only. It's also the people in my everyday life that I resonate with are the people that I feel like are genuinely being themselves at any given moment, and I can appreciate that. So I think the message was clear that that's really what I was asking for. And again, it came through in meditation. And the last step, the release step, is really to allow this higher power than us to bring that into my life in many different forms. So I can get very stuck in thinking that, okay, now that I know that I'm trying to be authentic, let me get authentic this particular way, or this is me. And then I can become very identified by what is me. And again, that's another ego trick. If I become very identified that I'm this girl that does it this particular way, or and I have to do it this way, then again, I become stuck in that and blocked. It blocks you big time, and not allowing something greater than myself to just bring in that authenticity in whatever way it's going to come through. And I think that my true authentic self and your true authentic self will flow in many different ways, in many different forms. It will show up in the many different aspects of your life in different ways. And if you're open to it, it's a lot more beautiful if you're released and not trying to control and manipulate and clutch onto how you receive the answers to your questions. Then the answers can come from many different places, and they can come in the most miraculous ways that you wouldn't even expect. So I think that now that I realize for me what I'm truly asking for, I feel very clear. So that's why these steps to me are so important. This is why I feel like this really does clarify what you want, to be able to meditate and ask from the bottom of your heart what you want. It might be you want, I don't know, to be famous, or you want a new car, or whatever it is, and then allow something else to come through, because I know that's what made the biggest difference for me, that I asked, and maybe I did ask for my ego. It didn't matter. I was asking anyways, but because I was taking it to a place higher than myself, it was able to be transformed. And finally I was able to get this clear message of, okay, this is what you want. And now I can just let it go and let it show up. I hope you have a wonderful week. I hope you're able to clarify all the things in your life. Start meditating. It's big time. I don't care what anything else you believe. I don't care what you call it. Just sit down and start getting quiet with yourself, and you'll discover so many beautiful things about yourself, and learn so much about God, about the universe, that you know how amazingly it gives you answers, and how much it really is able to clarify your life. Bye.